Welcome, everybody, to a special edition of Trees in Space. I am Jason, along with Nate, and today we did a top 10 list of the movies that we reviewed over the last 12 months. But this list is the best of the worst. So these are the top 10 worst movies we reviewed, not necessarily the movie themselves, but our review of them, ranked 1 through 10, 1 being the best of the worst. So,
Wow, that's confusing. But once this list is going to be fun, at the least to say it's going to be entertaining. I can't wait to do it, Jason. So, without further ado, I think we should get into it.
sounds good to me. My number 10 of the best of the worst was the movie Next Goal Wins. That
that was a choice, man.
that was a bad choice on my part. I thought it was gonna be better than it was. It just kind of fell flat on its face, and our review of it was kind of
My number 10 is Foil.
the alien one.
Yep. It
Yeah,
was a really, really strange, weird freaking movie. But I had fun doing it, but it was bad. The movie itself was bad. I don't know, it was weird, but my number
yeah.
10. Number 9 is Unfrosted.
Unfrosted. That's another good bad movie
Yep.
review. So far, I have no disagreements with anything you said. I know you only said two movies, but it's fine. Okay. My number 9 is The Woods Are Real. I I think this is more like a bad movie more than the reviews of it because they were just it was not a great movie.
It was not a very good movie whatsoever.
Number 8. I did appreciate this movie more, and it probably shouldn't be on this list, but I think my mindset during the review and I did my memory of the review of it just was not thing so great. So that's SLC Punk.
See, I guess for me it wasn't a bad movie because it was my choice.
Fair. Hey, I had two of mine already that were my picks, 10 and 9 for mine. So
uh I picked Foil. My number 8 was Argyle.
that was on this list, but it got knocked off for a different movie.
My number 7 was Pandemonium.
That it was such a great movie. It got so many views, but you're right. It's not. I thought about adding it to this list, and I did not because I couldn't bring myself to the movie that got so many views to
Right.
put it on this list. Um, and so everyone knows most of these can be interchanged with each other in my brain. Um, so number 7 for me is Foil.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we both got full on our list. I liked it a little more than you did, but obviously not much more than you did.
Apparently. Uh
And my number 6 is ISS,
oh my
International
goodness.
Space Station.
I I scrolled over it a few times, but that's a good choice. That was a good bad movie.
Hmm.
My number 6 is Goon 2, Last of the Enforcers. That movie is awful, but golly, was it fun to talk about.
I don't remember seeing it in the list. I guess my brain locked it off as I'm going through the movies. It's like, no, that doesn't exist. Don't look at
The audience doesn't even think it exists.
that. Mm-mm.
Before we get into our top 5, let's go ahead and recap 6 through 10. All right. Now we'll go ahead and get into our honorable mentions. Jason, what are your two honorable
That
mentions?
is true. It's me, isn't it? One of them is Trapped,
Trapped almost made this list for me too.
and the second one is one you mentioned already, Unfrosted.
Oh, well, yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that. See, it's close. For me, I have If and Beekeeper.
Two movies I almost put on mine also. So my number five, I might get yelled at here by my LP. Um, was Goon.
Oh, that's harsh, man.
It's because he loves Goon so much. I was not a fan. But it's not a. I could have put it number one, which made it the best worst movie. So it's probably better if it was higher.
I mean,
But
it's still good that it's as high as it is on your best of the worst movies.
yes, but I probably could have put it higher, but I didn't. I mean, the review back and forth because you gave it the star, the trees, or whatever. Like, no, we're done. It's like, God, that was so what the? Oh man.
Uh, for me, number five is Self-Reliance.
Mm.
It was a fun, weird movie again, and it's whatever. Number four is It's a Wonderful Knife.
I forgot because we did that right after the New Year or
Hmm.
something. Yeah, so it was right. It was on the second page. Yeah, yeah. I actually liked it, and you did too, obviously. So best of the worst.
Yep.
Um, my number four is Self-Reliance.
Oh, just one off. That's great.
I agree with that one. Number three, I almost put If here, but
Okay.
instead I went the other way with a movie that's rhymes with If, kind of, and that's Wish.
It doesn't rhyme at all.
They both have eyes.
So do fish and humans, but they're not the same species. My number three is Family Switch.
Good pick.
And number two, The Killer.
I thought the killer, it was so dead in my brain about everything. It wasn't the good bad, it just kind of
It
fell
was
off.
just so awful for
Yeah.
me, but our conversation about it is what really kind of won me over.
So that's fair enough. My number two is Family Switch.
Again, one off from each other.
The
But
fact that we're even, there's both on the same, we got so many on the list is crazy.
I love it.
I do
Uh,
too. And my last one, the number one.
well,
Uh,
before we get into that,
sorry.
we're gonna recap what our top list was so far right here, and then go ahead and make sure to drop a comment. Let us know what you feel about this movie, uh, or this list, if you
Hmm.
will. Without further ado, Jason.
Number one, Teen Wolf. Okay, no, I'm joking. We reviewed the movie. It just didn't get
It's not
recorded.
out yet.
So.
Oh yeah, it got leaked.
Not released. Number one for me, the best worst movie that I think we did, and this has to mostly do with the conversation. That was Black Friday.
Oh really?
For me.
Uh, I think like Black Friday for me is probably right around like 14, 15, just outside
Hmm.
of my top 10. Uh, my number one is a movie you have mentioned, and I'm pretty sure it might be like your number 10. The Woods Are Real.
Number nine.
This movie is god awful. However, it is brilliantly done.
Well, you have heard our list of what we watched this year, the best of the worst. So I guess come back on Monday to see our next Trees in Space, and we will see you then.